is it. Completely white out. Look at the lights. Everything on the inside, completely white. That's the back seat. Look at the puddle lights, hella bright, white. Those can't be changed. And your map lights can't be changed either. When you open that, hella bright. Jesus Christ. All right, guys, it's your boy Knockout. I'm gonna do the best that I can to film this video. It may be a bunch of clips, choppy clips, but I'm gonna do the best that I can. Long story short, we are going to white out the interior lighting system in my my Hellcat, right? So you know all of our Chargers come with that that incandescent lighting or whatever that they send by default. They've literally been putting those lights in our cars since 2015. You know what I'm saying? Because I did this exact thing to my V6, I did it to my Scat, now I'm doing it to my Cat. So long story short, we're replacing all of the bulbs inside the car, everything from the glove compartment to the dome lights, to the side lights, to even the puddle lights with Diode Dynamics. They make the best lights. I know that there are other companies that do this, but Diode Dynamics is the best. I think this particular kit only ran me like 100. Yeah, I think I dropped like 160, 170 for this kit. So these are all the interior lights, your vanity lights, your glove compartment, your trunk lights, your flood lights. Everything's going to be white. Now, they come in different colors. I think you can do red, you can do blue. What else? You can do like a cool white. You can do like a crystal white. And if you want just a brighter incandescent, I don't know why you would, but that's an option as well. Like I said, I'm going to do the best that I can to film this. It's hot as shit, and I've got my car parked in the sun. So this may be a coherent video, or it may not be. It may just be a bunch of damn clips. I don't know, but I'm going to do the best that I can. But either way, I'm going to show you the finished result, and you're going to see it's literally night and day difference, no pun intended. But let's go ahead and get into it. Extremely bright. And then, of course, Diode Dynamics now offers, they didn't offer this when I had my Scat or my V6, but they offer like a pry tool kit so that you can pry these little plastic things open without breaking them, which is literally what I did in my V6, which was the hardest thing in the world because I had to use like metal tools. Now they offer these plastic things that, you know, you can pry all of your light housing open with. And this was only an extra $10, so I highly recommend it. Not only because of the Diode Dynamics kit, but also because this looks like something that'll come in handy in the future. Let's open it up. I guess you're gonna do the back seat. Yeah, let's do the back seat. Why not? Let's work our way from the back to the front. Like I said, I'm gonna do the best that I can to film it. If it doesn't make sense, just hit me in the comments and we'll talk about it. So under the car is that light, right? So that's your flood light, your puddle light, whatever you want to call it. When you open the door, that's what illuminates on the ground. So we're just going to pop that out with one of the pry tools and replace it. All right, squad. So once again, I don't know how this video is going to turn out. It could be very helpful or it could be all over the place. So you get down here, use a little pry tool, pop it right out. And then the old original bulb, which is this piece. God damn, that shit hot. But this is the old original. It's hot. But that's the original one. This little piece of glass right here. That's the original one. What we're replacing it with is a damn board. Right? That's old and cheap. It's gonna give us that white. See what I'm saying? White on white. That's what you want. See, that's what it was. This is what it is. That's what you want right there, baby. Now, one thing I will say is that sometimes when you install these things, you can install them either upside down. So instead of it pointing down, it needs to be pointing up, or you could be installing it, I guess, just backwards. So instead of installing like this, it needs to be installed like that. So if it doesn't work when you first put it in, either flip that motherfucker upside down or just spin it around because it's got different polarity. So that's clean right there. That's hella white. Yeah, a lot of the bulbs that Dodge gives us are these little cheap bulbs, these little cheap little glass incandescent things, but you're replacing them with these bad boys, these LED boards, which is going to give you stupid bright light. So I forgot to mention, the rear is going to be a little different. So instead of just prying into there and pulling that out, you're going to actually have to pull this whole unit out, like this whole handle and everything out. And you're just going to pop the plastic things off, which are just these little things here. These little plastic things. Just pop those off, and that's going to expose the, that's going to expose the screw in there for both of them. You're just going to unscrew that completely out. So you're going to need like a hex key or Allen wrench, whatever they call this, to unpry all this stuff out. And then once you do that, this whole housing comes out. Yeah, the whole housing comes out, and then you're just going to use these little clips here. All right, guys, so once you've taken the whole housing out, you just pop it out like that. It separates from the handle. This is the handle portion. And then you separate the plastic there. There's the bulb right there. You're just going to replace that bulb with one of your Diode Dynamics bulbs. And obviously you want to make sure that you insert it in correctly, because to my understanding they're non-polar. So in other words, they will work regardless of how you put them in, or they won't work. They only work one way. I might have said that incorrectly. I'll show you what I mean. So boom, that's how it's supposed to fit. When the new Diode Dynamics goes in there, you just clip it in there. You're good to go. Bada bing. So that's what it looks like compared to what it used to look like. So now it's just a matter of getting it back in the housing and going from there. So I'm only going to do one side. You can assume the other side is the exact same way. See what I'm saying? White on white. See what I'm saying? That looks much better than that right there. This is what it is. This is what it was. All right? White on white. So now we got the backs done. Everything's looking white. White. Super clean. Now, obviously, it's broad daylight, so, I mean, the lights are not going to have the looming effect, or the blooming effect, rather, that they would at nighttime. But trust me when I say, I went as bright as I could with the interior lights. So, at nighttime, I'll give you guys an overview. But now it's time to get to the dome. All right, so onto the dome lights. This is literally what it looks like. You just take your, so it's going to be just like that. All you do is you take your pry tool, stick it in the side there, and it literally just pops out. And then when this part, the front part's going to pop out first, and then the back two, you just got to pull those out. So this is what the dome light looks like, and it is a bitch to get off. You can't just reach your fingers in there. Actually, you might be able to, but it's so recessed in there that oftentimes they recommend that you use some sort of tape, right? And the purpose of the tape is to get a good grip and kind of just pull it out, as opposed to yanking it out with your hand. If you've got Scotch tape, use that. I don't have Scotch tape. I've got duct tape, and I've got whatever this is right here. So wrap it around the bulb. You might be able to, with your fingers, kind of twist it and jimmy it loose. It's hard to do that. You can't touch these. These are your map lights. These are going to stay factory. You know what I'm saying? But you can take this, the dome light, and replace it. And you're going to be replacing it with, once again, this bad boy here, and you're going to do the same thing to that side. So let me see if I can get this out. If not, I guess we'll be here for a minute. See what I'm saying? Get you some duct tape, wrap it around it real good, and just yank that damn thing out, and it'll come out just like that. Duct tape, wrap it around it, plug it in there real good, and then just yank it out like you're yanking hair out of I don't know, your nose or your ears, but it'll just come out like that. And then you just take the new one and plug and play. See what I'm saying? That's what it is. That's what it was. White on white. That's what it was. This is what it is now. So this is your map light. You know, you can activate that by pushing that button. That can't be touched. That's stuck there. Dodge won't allow you to take that out. But the map lights, you can certainly change those. And on to the vanity lights. These are probably the easiest, most straightforward lights in this car. Like, you're literally just taking a little plier, going to the side, popping that open, and then it exposes that. And then that's when you replace it with these bad boys. These are the bright whites. So as you can see, light, you know what I'm saying? White on white. Everything's white. So that's good. So it's just literally plug and play, and then you just want to replace it with these and make sure that you've got them angled correctly, because if they're upside down, then they're not going to work. See, that's what it is. That's what it was. Obviously, you want to, like I said, make sure that you've got the polarity correct, because if it's upside down, it's not going to work. You can straighten out the angle. Mine's a little crooked, so I'll just take this, point it straight at you, and then that's it. So I'm gonna go ahead and do the remaining 3. That's 1 and then 2 over there, and then we're gonna get to the trunk, which is gonna be disappointed, and I'll tell you why. All right, guys, and now for the final product.
X-band.
White
K-band.
on white.
K-A band. Laser.
Everything's super clean. All right, so now we're gonna do the trunk light, and I've always heard that the trunk light is one of the hardest, but then again, we're gonna have to use tape and just snatch it out. And once we snatch it out, we're gonna be replacing it with this bad boy. So literally when I say I want all the lights in my car to be white, I mean just that. I want them white. So when you do the trunk light, just like we did with the domes, you're gonna want to wrap it up with tape, real good, duct tape preferably, because there's no way that a human hand can yank this out without breaking it. You know what I'm saying? So you're gonna have to wrap it up with tape and then just yank it out. See what I'm saying? Wrap it up with some tape, real good tape, wrap it around it, and then just pull forward, and it'll come right out. And as you can see, looks just like that bulb right there. So we're just gonna go ahead and replace it, and we're good to go. And now, white on white.
X-band. K-band. K-A band. Laser.
Now you're good to go.
GPS.
And then, of course, guys, the trunk. What's interesting about the trunk is you get 2 of these. Why do you get 2 of these? Because for every other Charger and Challenger prior to 23, you had 2 lights. As you can see, I don't have 2 lights. I only have 1. So I really only needed 1, but I've got an extra one. And it's gonna be the same process. Just pop it open and go to work. It's literally the same connection as the puddle lights that are under the door. So, I mean, it's literally just plug and play. And if it's not right, it'll let you know. Peasy, easy peasy. There you go. I'm not gonna say the rest. It's 2023, but that's it, guys. So 1 light in the trunk, but it's much brighter. So as of right now, just because of how bright it is outside, showing you these lights aren't gonna do it any justice. So I'm just gonna wait until later tonight, and we'll go from there. Hold up for a minute. This is it, completely white out. Look at the lights. Everything on the inside, completely white. That's the back seat. Look at the puddle lights, hella bright, white. Those can't be changed. And your map lights can't be changed either. When you open that, hella bright, Jesus Christ. White. Glove box, white. It's so bright, my 5% tint looks damn near see-through. So that's what that looks like, guys. That's it. See you guys in the next one.